Okay. All right. Hi, guys. So we are going to do our part 2 of our little training that we learned in Philadelphia. This one is probably going to be oops, sorry. Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting the screens all mixed up. Sorry. Okay, sorry guys. So this one is going to be something that's really going to impact your business. You're going to start seeing things change right away if you do implement it correctly. But you'll also start to see things when you're being very consistent with it. So the first couple things, and I'm going to have Julie talk a little bit more about exactly how to do videos on Facebook and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to jump into first talking a little bit about the platforms. So there's all kinds of different platforms that we can use. There's Facebook, Instagram, those are the biggest two, I would say. There's LinkedIn, Snapchat, so all kinds of different ones. And we kind of brushed upon it yesterday or a couple of days ago about just picking one. And that's the biggest thing right now, is just to pick one that you can really dive into and really make that platform your home, make it your hub, so that it's really hard when we have multiple platforms going on at the same time. It's really hard to give all of it 100% into one, because you guys, we don't have 24 hours working on our business. So just pick one that you truly love, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, and just make that your home. People should go onto your page, your profile, or if it's Instagram, they should be able to go onto your profile and get to know exactly who you are. They should be able to get to know you and build a relationship from your home. So really figure out which kind of platform you want to go for, and just go for it. If you're new, I would just pick whichever one you already use the most. Don't just try to conquer everything at once, because it can get overwhelming and you're probably not going to see as many results. So for instance, I'll do Instagram. Facebook is my hub. That's my favorite thing. I love Facebook. It's just easy for me. It works for me. But I have a lot of people on the team who love Instagram. So you just have to pick which one you love the most. I know Caitlin is huge on Instagram, so just pick whichever one you love the most. Your social media platform, whichever one you choose, it's not just Facebook, it's not just Instagram. That is your channel to who you are. So we're going to talk a little bit about branding and how to brand yourself. The biggest obstacle with any kind of platform is people, especially when you're trying to grow your network, is people who don't know you. They don't trust you right away. And so that's why it's really important for us to really brand ourselves and make it known that whenever we introduce somebody or invite somebody into our home, that they can get to know us, that we make it warm for them, that we make it inviting for them. We don't have, negative posts that we give out, or negative anything that we give out. We make it positive, we make it friendly, we make it so inviting for them and interesting for them that we are going to help provide value to their life. So you want to make sure that, if you are new, or if you've been even with us for a while, that if your hub needs to be cleaned out, that you clean it out. Everything should be so positive on it. That way it's very inviting for people. Okay, so there's 6, what they called it was a 6-figure Facebook strategy. So this is going to be something that's going to help you brand yourself, help you make it where, and I just said Facebook, so you can make it, you do Instagram, whatever your home is. So I'm probably going to say Facebook a lot just because that's what I do. But just whatever is your platform. So the first thing is going to be, and if you guys, hopefully you guys have notes. I will just to let you guys know, I am going to type all this up and I'm going to put it in the files in the group page. But hopefully you guys have notes. So the first thing is you want to brand yourself. So branding yourself is kind of like, and Julie can kind of brush upon this as well, but branding yourself is letting people know who you are and what you can provide for them, what you can provide for the world, what, you know, what kind of qualities do you have that are going to impact other people? So does your brand give you a likability and a credibility? So the way you're going to brand yourself is going to be by how you market yourself. And as you guys remember, a couple of days ago, we talked about marketing yourself. And that's really where your posts are going to come into, where your live videos are coming into. It's how you're watering all of those seeds that you're planting. Think about it for yourself. What qualities do you attain that are just so unique to you that you can share the world with, that you can share the world with? So think about that. You can write them down. What Julie and I actually did is we interviewed each other. So I just kind of, we were supposed to, actually everybody in the class were interviewing each other. So we would say, okay, what kind of qualities, we're going over what kind of qualities does Julie have? She is so into fitness. She knows health, wellness, like she knows her stuff. And that's something that she can provide so much content and so much valuable information to, that's going to help so many people. And that's going to start branding her. So whatever it is, if you're a mom and you have all these amazing tips, or if you are a huge reader and you have all these books that you feel that those books are, certain content in those books are going to help like other people, or if you know hair or makeup or whatever it is, if you are huge into self-development or, or hiking, whatever it is that make you, share that with everyone else.
Can I ask a question since there's not that many of us on here?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
To make it a little bit more interactive, could you or Caitlin, maybe you can use me as an example, when it comes to finding out qualities and likabilities, where would you say my strong points are if you were going to say something about me?
So for you, and we can talk more about it because I want to make sure we get all this stuff, these points done, but we can talk more about it like after when we ask questions. But I would say for you, it would be more, you're very, you love people and, anything that you love helping people. And so,
you love spices.
Yeah, I mean, you're into skincare, your stuff when it comes to products, like there's all kinds of stuff. So yeah, and we can all go through at the end, if you guys all want, we can go through different, different things that other people see in you that you might not see in yourself. You guys can write those down.
For kind of seeing what we don't see ourselves from somebody else's point of view.
Yeah, so we can always do that at the end.
Okay.
And then just go through whoever wants to do that. That's a great idea. So just figure out for you, how do you stand out compared to other people, compared to other It Works distributors, compared to other, multi-level marketing people in other businesses. So how do you stand out? What makes you unique? That's where you're going to start to brand yourself. Number 2 is going to be consistency. We say this all the time, no matter what. Consistency is going to be the key to success in whatever you do. So make sure you're consistent. Make sure that you're doing a personal daily plan every single day. So for instance, if you're trying to brand yourself and you're like, okay, these are the kind of things I want to do, make a personal plan, like for tomorrow, to make a post about how you are so good at cooking these amazing cookies and how they are just so amazing. You want to share it with everybody else, but then you also want to share with everybody else that you have these amazing fat fighters that are going to help with these cookies that you just ate. So plan about something that is unique to you, and then, make sure you're doing it every day consistently. The other thing you want to do consistently is connect. How many people are you connecting with every single day? If you are marketing like we mentioned before, but you're not connecting with people, your business probably isn't going to grow as much as you want it to grow. So make sure that you're connecting to people, you know, at least 5 people a day. I would even urge you guys to, you know, even connect with more than that, depending on, you know, what your goal is in this business, how much you're wanting to grow. You know, at least 10 people a day, I would say. Okay, number 3 is going to be, so we talked about branding yourself, consistency. Number 3 is going to be marketing yourself. So what's your marketing plan? So we're going to market ourselves, and we're going to make posts, and we're going to go out and blitz and have parties, and we're going to do live videos. That's how you're marketing yourself. And that the content that you're going to be using is it's going to be things that you want to use that are going to help brand yourself. Hopefully that all makes sense. It's all going to tie in together. So what you're marketing is going to be yourself and how, you know, what you can offer to the world. Number 4 is going to be connecting with people. So, you know, make sure, like I just said, you know, you market, you water everything, but you also want to connect with people, and you want to, that's going to be your prospecting and recruiting. You're going to want to connect with people, plant those seeds, and make sure you're doing that every single day. So, you know, like I mentioned, how many people are you communicating with now? Is that getting to where you want to be? Is that going to help you reach your diamond goal? Is that going to help you reach your ruby, you know, goal? So make sure that however many people you are communicating with, make sure you're seeing results with that. But like I said previously, for number 2, you just want to be consistent, because that's where you're really, really going to see a difference. So when you brand yourself, your competition becomes irrelevant. And so, you know, we have competition all around us. You know, we have other businesses that sell health and wellness products. There's so many other distributors out there. There's a lot of distributors that have mutual friends. So how are you going to be unique compared to everybody else? So once you brand yourself, once your brand becomes known to other people, everything else becomes irrelevant. You don't have to worry, because people who are attracted to you, they're going to join you. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the live videos and how to do live broadcasts. And one of the things that they mentioned was live videos. Facebook, it's a new thing for Facebook. So the more live videos you're putting out, if you put one out once a day, you're going to reach more people than you are just if you're posting. So live videos are trying to push them out throughout the entire, you know, and throughout your entire network. And so you'll probably get more views from, you know, your videos, because like I said, they're trying to reach more people when you do a live video. So Julie, are you home yet, or are you okay to talk a little bit?
Yeah, I'm still driving, but I can talk.
Okay, so Julie, she actually has taught me a lot about live videos. So I wanted her to kind of go over, you know, just the simple steps to start to do live videos. Because I know there's a lot of you guys who haven't even done your first live video. So Julie will kind of walk you through on how to do it, and it kind of explain why and the importance of doing the live videos.
Yeah, so like Amanda said, live videos are relatively new to Facebook. Sorry, I can't look at you guys. And so they're really pushing them. So they're going to show live videos more than anything, more than any post. And the next best thing to a live video is a video uploaded straight from your phone or computer. So you don't want to upload something from like YouTube or a source like that, because they won't show it very much. So what Amanda was saying in terms of like getting visibility, so even for your live video, like the goal should be to drive more traffic to your personal profile. So it doesn't even have to be, you know, an it works related video. It's just the more that people see your content is valuable, they're going to start seeing your other posts as well at the same time. So when you're making a video, I like to just think of, you know, what can I talk about that either A, I'm passionate about, B, I'm really good at, you know, or 3, that's like a hobby of mine, you know, things that are easy to talk about. But before I do any video, I always ask myself, what value is this giving the people that are going to watch it? So that's the number one thing when you're trying to think of a topic is, you know, is it going to be valuable to the people that are listening? So if we're just talking about the business opportunity or, you know, a product all the time, well, that's not going to be very valuable to our competition. You know, there's a lot of other network marketers and they're not going to see value in it. They're not going to want to share it. You want to create content that is shareable, because the more that your videos get shared, liked, and commented on, the more that Facebook sees it as something that's really valuable. And so it's going to be shown more and more. So you want to do something that's not going to piss people off, you know, like you don't want something that an Isagenix rep wouldn't share, or, you know, Shakeology person wouldn't share, whatever. So you want to try to keep it, if it's going to be related to what we do, you want to keep it generic in content, or like I said, just something that you're really passionate about, that you're good at. So like I was even thinking about Courtney. Courtney is so knowledgeable, and so are you, Mary Ellen, on essential oils. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend like always holding up a bottle of our essential oils, because then Young Living people aren't going to share it because they're going to see it as competition. But if you were just talking about essential oils, what to do with them, you know, a couple things you could do with lavender, then even a Young Living person or doTERRA person might share that video. And what that does is it's exposing you to their network, all of their friends that you wouldn't otherwise be connected to. And so somebody might relate to what you're saying. You know, it might just expose you to someone that is interested in what you're doing, that maybe they didn't want to do doTERRA or whatever that, you know, that friend is doing, but they might be interested in what you're doing. So just kind of think about that in terms of your content. You want to keep your videos short. You shouldn't be doing like these 10, 20-minute videos on Facebook. They should really be about 3 minutes, 5 minutes at the most. And unlike Periscope, when you get on a live video on Facebook, you just want to dive right in. Like, don't wait for people to get on there. You know, you can be talking to yourself for the first 30 seconds or so, but you just got to start right in, because you want to catch their attention as it's going through the news feed. So if people are scrolling and they just, you know, see you sitting there, they're not going to want to stop and like watch your video. Let's see, what else? Amanda, can you refresh my memory on a couple other highlights, since I'm not in front of my notes?
Yeah, there was just a few, I don't know why this isn't working. There was a few things you can do. Like if you've never done a video and you're just a little bit nervous, just, you know, make it 30 seconds, make it like a minute. And 30 seconds is kind of hard to do, but make it like a minute and just say, hey, you guys, this is my first live video. You know, I'm so excited to, you know, be on here and talking with you guys. And, you know, you can just do, you know, something like, you know, my team, we are doing a video challenge. So you're going to see some videos of me popping up here and there. Or like something like that, just to get out there and do like your first, just to get out there and just start saying stuff. It doesn't have to be, just to get you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that brought up a good point that, sorry, I just lost my train of thought again because I'm still driving. Here we go. So, you know, a lot of people are going to be terrified to do a live video. And the reason why live videos are so popular is because we're real. Like, you see real people, you see their mess ups, their goofiness, like, you know, when we do edited videos, then you have a chance to like delete stuff, but people don't want to see that. They want to see real people and get to know the real you. So don't be so nervous about, you know, if you said everything perfectly or you looked perfect, like you can be a hot mess. It doesn't matter, but people just want to get to know you and the real you. And that's part of branding yourself too, because people can pick up on your energy and how you are as a person more than they can from just us doing selfies and doing posts. So I would encourage you guys, like, you know, don't worry about it being perfect. Just get over your fear and just get on there and have fun with it and show people your personality, just like you would if you were talking to them in person. And another good tip that Amanda was talking about, having a hub that I picked up from the conference, was like, Facebook is my hub. So I'm always going to do a live video on Facebook, but what you can do, like, I do Instagram too, just not as much. So I'll put like a minute clip of my video on Instagram, and then I'll just put, you know, to see the rest of the video, click on the link in my profile, and it takes them to my Facebook. So now you're driving traffic, you know, from all those other hubs to your central hub. So you're picking up followers from other places. And you can do the same thing with Periscope. Like, hey, follow me on Facebook. This is, you know, how to find me, or my name, or my business page, or whatever you want to do. So you're constantly trying to feed all sources back to your hub. You don't have to give like all the content and all the information on there. It's just like a little tidbit.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing that they said is just practice every single day, practice gratitude and be thankful, because that's going to open up just positivity in your life. And when you are doing those videos, you're going to be radiating out that positivity to other people. So like we said, just find out what you're passionate about, find out what you love, find out what makes you, and just explode it to everybody out there. They ingrained this saying into us, and they're like, Nadia, the person who was speaking, probably said it probably like 10 times, and she was like, okay, you guys, do you hear me? Money follows eyeballs. So she said, money follows eyeballs. What she means by that is you're going to make more money when people are watching you. You're going to get more attraction. You're going to get more followers. You're going to get more business when people are watching you. So if you provide valuable content to them, there's going to be more people who are watching you. Just like Julie said, there's going to be more people who are following you. And so more people who are sharing your posts, your videos. And so make sure that you are, you know, whatever you're doing, you are doing it that's branding yourself. So visibility plus credibility equals profitability. And it makes sense at first when she was like, money follows eyeballs, I don't get it. But then she literally said it like 5 other times, and I'm like, okay, I get it. So, and then I just have a few just notes, and Julie or whoever wants to intervene definitely can. I'm just going to read these to you guys so I don't miss anything. Facebook wants to be the live television in your pocket. So that's why they want people to be on Facebook all the time watching these videos. And so they're going to share these videos when you do them. They're going to reach them out to more people in your network. Let's see, it lets you break, it lets you share behind the scenes. It lets you share situations. You can do product demos. You can host question and answers. You can do session products for like interviews and all kinds of stuff. Your creativity is what is going to hinder you the most. So that's what they kept saying, like, you know, the more creative you are, then the more content you'll be able to bring out to people. So really try to be creative. Like for me, it doesn't come naturally. I have to really, really think about it. Like yesterday, it took me probably an hour and a half to write down 3 like different videos that I wanted to do. So for me, it doesn't come naturally like it does some people. Like Julie, she's natural at it. Like she can just think of a topic and just go, and it's always so amazing. So just know like if this doesn't come to you, it will. It just is going to take a lot of practice, a lot of consistency. I am by far not a natural at it, but that's my goal. I'm going to make myself a natural, and you better believe in my videos, I make myself so positive and just so confident, even though deep down inside I'm like shaking and I'm like, shoo, like my words can't come out. But if you just portray that you are just so confident and you know what you're talking about, then that's what everyone will believe as well. Okay, so there's things to help you attract your ideal audience. So here's a few things. There's 8 of them. So how to attract your ideal audience. Number 1 is be very respectful. Right now, I would not be talking about politics. I wouldn't talk about religion. I wouldn't talk about, you can say your beliefs or, stuff like that, but I wouldn't be doing any controversial topics right now, or at all, actually. Be very confident, like I said, even if you're not confident. Half the time I am not confident, but you better believe everyone around me thinks I'm the most confident person in the world because of, the way I speak. And if I'm around other people and they're asking me about a product, I'm going to be so confident about that because they're going to buy into that confidence. They're going to buy into me, not what I'm selling. Make them laugh. So be funny, ask questions, make them laugh. And, I know a lot of you guys, that just comes natural to. It doesn't come natural to me, but, so if something like that doesn't come natural to you, you just have to work on it. Make sure you're smiling a lot. So, smile, be happy, be positive, because that's all going to attract to people. It's all going to attract people to you. Be upbeat, be positive, and be consistent. So again, consistency is so key. You're going to probably hear me say this about 10 more times tonight. And then number 8 is going to be empower. So how do we empower people? We're going to educate them and we're going to entertain them. That's going to be, a way to empower people. Okay, what else do I have here? So, I'll make notes for you guys too, so you don't have to, in case you miss something, or you can ask me at the end. So what makes a great broadcast? What makes an amazing live video? So here's 6 things that make a great live video. Number 1 is get their attention. And we're going to talk about how to do your titles in just a minute. So get their attention. Number 2 is introduce yourself. So Julie is really good about this. And Julie, if you don't mind sharing kind of how you introduce yourself, because you are so good and so natural at it, that would be great.
Sure. Well, I kind of started trying to brand myself a couple months ago. So I came up with Julie Christine Living is like my brand. And so that's what my business Facebook page is. So I'm using that as an example. But whenever I start a video, even though it could be all of my friends who know exactly who I am, every single time, I greet them and I say, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Julie Polson with Julie Christine Living. Like if I'm doing it on Periscope, I'll say, with Julie Christine Living, you can check out my business page on Facebook. But even if you don't have a brand or a brand name and stuff like that, just say something about yourself. Like when I first started, I just said, my name is Julie Polson. I'm a health and wellness expert. Just generally describing kind of what my background is. So just say something that introduces you to them, that they kind of get a gist of what, who you are and what you do.
Yeah. And if you don't have like Julie, she is truly, she's a fitness trainer for 15 years. So if you don't have something that you're like, okay, I don't know what to brand myself, just say, hey guys, I'm Amanda Buscher. I have 5 things that are going to help you, and whatever it is. So just introduce, say your name. But if you have something that, you can kind of, you will get whatever you want to say to them eventually. But if you don't have anything right now, just say your name, just introduce yourself, because there's going to be a lot of followers on there that have never, ever even heard from you before. So that's number 2 is introduce yourself. Julie always says it so good. I love watching her videos. Number 3 is going to be provide valuable generic content. And that's going to be by, like Julie said, you can talk about our essential oils. You can talk about our essential oils. Don't say it works. So just talk about essential oils. Obviously, you're going to be talking about ours, but you don't have to say it works. You can talk about lavender. What does lavender do for you? It helps you just name off things. You don't have to say, anything about our products or our business or anything like that. Because like Julie said, if there's other people who like say essential oils, if there's other Young Living or doTERRA people out there and they really like your video, but then you say, you can get this at, It Works has this, or you can say anything about It Works and they're not going to share your content. But if you don't, then they're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so good for my followers. And then you share it on their page. Some of those people could start trying to find Julie, who just, or who, so.
And something that I touched on it a little bit, but I just want to add that while you're talking about it. So it's hard. You have to kind of think about it. But even if you're talking about like the business opportunity side of things, I always try to think, okay, well, you know, what if one of my friends who is a network marketer in a different company, what if she finds this really valuable and shares it with her friends that maybe her friends at this point are turned off by network marketers because maybe she is doing a horrible job and she's spammy and like these people are turned off. But when I am now exposed to those friends, maybe some other people will have an open mind now about like, oh, this network marketing thing seems kind of interesting. So that's why I try to never mention like what company I'm with or what I'm doing, because I'm trying to provide content that other network marketers in other companies will find valuable enough that they will share it with their team and their friends, because it's going to give me more exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. And it goes back to It Works is our business, but what we are selling is ourselves, you guys. So it goes back to that. Like, of course, we're going to do before and after pictures here and there, and we want to talk about our products and we want to talk about our business, but we want to do it in a way where we are the ones, we're the ones who, it's branding us. So we are the ones who people are buying into, not our business, not that It Works or not our products. It's how we're delivering the content. And so it kind of goes hand in hand. So make sure you're providing valuable generic content. Number 4 is be real. Just like Julie mentioned, you don't have to be all dolled up. You know, you don't want to look like a hot mess. Like I see some videos even by some of our ambassadors out there and they look crazy. And like, I'm talking like really, really crazy. And so, I mean, you want to be somewhat put together, but you guys see me all the time. I'm in yoga pants and my hair is pulled in a ponytail. I'm not going to go and put on a bunch of makeup to do a video. But I'm not going to also, look like my hair is all crazy all the time. So, look somewhat presentable, but just be real, be yourself. People, like, I don't know if any of you guys saw my video today. I did it with my kids there. And the reason why is because I want people to see that I can still work this business and still have my kids at the same time. Yeah, it might be a little bit crazy while I'm doing my video, but that's going to be more relatable to people rather than me just sitting in a perfect room looking perfect. And, a lot of times that's just not realistic for people. So make sure you're being real, and you will see a lot of times my videos are with my kids or I'm driving because, that's life. That's how I work my business. And it shows that, by me doing that, I have a successful business, and, you don't have to be all put together and have all this time to work your business. So make sure you're real. Like Julie said, be very brief, and shine brightness into people, have fun, and just do it and be done. Marissa made a content or a little text just a minute ago saying, I get so nervous and, just do your video, be done with it. You don't even ever have to view it. Don't even look at it. I never look at mine because I used to, and then I would just like delete them or something. So don't even look at it. Just do it and get it over with and put it out there, because a lot of people, they want to see that realness. And then
I think he compared it to driving a car. That, the first time you ever drove a car, you're like, oh my gosh, hands at 10 and 2, lights, everything in the car is like perfect. I'm doing it perfect. And now you can like drive home and you don't even know how you got there. And it's the same thing with videos. Like, we're going to freak out the first couple ones that we do, but when you just do it consistently, it becomes like second nature.
Yeah, definitely. Julie, I was going to ask you, what does CTA mean again? What does that stand for?
CTA?
Yeah. I have it a lot in my notes and I can't remember. So I'm going to get back to you on number 6. I think it's just always provide like very good content for people. I said CTA a lot in my notes and I don't even know what it means. So, but I think it's just provide really good content. That's number 6.
Is it stand for like content, teachable, and something else?
Yeah, it is. Something like that. Yeah, because you want your content to also be, like Julie just said, like content, teachable, and then I think approachable maybe or something. You want it to be where, it's inviting for other people, but you guys, we have a team underneath us. So you want our videos to be like when we have a new person come on, you want it, like what we're doing, you want it to be teachable to other people. So, and we can get into more of that. We're going to get into more of like that kind of stuff, like how to work with our team, our new distributors, and how to get them, you know, on to this kind of stuff and doing these videos, and how to pretty much duplicate everything that we're doing, you know. And that's, I feel, where a lot of us struggle is we do certain things and, you know, we complete our steps to success, but how do we teach that to our team? So yeah, so definitely that. Okay, so let me just go through my notes again. Okay, so 2 ways to broadcast. One is going to be results from a platform. So obviously your social media, Facebook. You can broadcast, like, you know, what, like, say you the cleanse or whatever. You can broadcast the results from your cleanse, how you love the cleanse. Again, you don't have to mention our cleanse. You could just be like, I just did this amazing 2-day system cleanse and I just lost 2 pounds from it. It makes me feel so good. I'm so excited. I'm going to go conquer the world. You know, whatever you want to do. And then people are going to be like, oh my gosh, what's the cleanse that you're doing? And then you kind of go from there. So that's one thing you can broadcast. The other things you can, so for results also, you can just broadcast anything that's changed your life. So if it's something positive, a book that you just read, food that you just ate, a product that you just took, somebody else, you know, one of your, say Julie or Caitlin or Mary or Marissa, they inspired me so much today. I'm going to do a video and just explain how they inspired me and how you want to surround yourself with positive people. So just kind of, you know, whatever's changing you and whatever you're getting results in your life, talk about it.
That was one. Let me add one more thing to that. Sorry. That was one thing that I love that he taught us was your notes. So, like, we all probably have notes from something, college or some seminar we took or whatever. So your notes are uncashed checks. So if you're looking for content of what to talk about, pull out your notes, you know, brush the dust off of them. And just like Amanda said, even if you just listen to a Periscope or just read a phenomenal part in a book, like, that's all you have to do is just take that little excerpt and teach it, you know, teach people what you just learned and say, I hope you found value out of this like I did. Like, it's really simple to come up with content when you think of it that way.
Yeah, definitely. And that kind of, Julie kind of did number 2, like your AHA platform. So the first one's your result platform. Your second one's going to be your AHA platform. So if you read a book or something inspirational and you're like, oh my gosh, that just hit home for me, you know, share that with other people, because I guarantee it's going to hit home for other people as well. So results platform and then AHA platform. And I really like this. I'm going to read it to you guys. It was a quote that they gave. It says, God gives you a talent. That is his gift to you. What you do with that talent is your gift back to him. So, and I just love that. In fact, I have goosebumps right now because I just think it's amazing. Like, we all are so special. We all have our, you know, unique side to ourselves that nobody else has. So, you know, just think of it as a way, like, okay, what is so unique about me that I can give back to this world, you know, and just think of it that way. Okay, we'll talk about a few powerful headlines. One tip that Bob said was, don't spend so much time on your title. So when you're about to do a live video, a lot of people will just think like, okay, how am I going to do a title? And it makes it so that they don't end up doing the live video because they'll spend so much time trying to think of their title. So literally, just think of your title super fast. If you can't think of a title, just do your video and then you can go back and edit your title. But you want your title to be very catchy and very short because you want it to grab people's attention so that they're going to start to watch your video. So a few powerful headlines you can do is, I'm just going to name these off, and again, I'll if you guys have questions and I'll send them on our files page. But okay, so here's a title: 3 things you didn't know about X. So you could put anything. 3 things you didn't know about laundry soap. 3 things you didn't know about how to curl your hair. You know, obviously you want it to be valuable content. I'm just making that stuff up. 3 things you didn't know about, you know, different weight loss products or whatever you want. The other one is the secret to X. So the secret to weight loss, the secret to eating healthy, the secret to not eating these amazing brownies. The most common mistakes, you could say people make, the most common mistakes moms make, the most common mistakes fitness people make, whatever it is, just, kind of let people guess what you're going to talk about. Here's a quick way to solve mom's problem today. Here's a quick way to solve how to eat good today. So whatever it is, just kind of fill in the blank, whatever you want to talk about. But just ways to kind of get you, just to kind of get people's attention. Use emojis. So I like to use emojis at the very beginning and at the end too. So that again is going to grab people's attention. Okay, I just have a couple more and then we can open up for some questions and if anybody else wants to talk. Okay, so how to generate potentials. I have 4 tips. So this is going to be how to, generate those people, loyal customers, distributors, all of your potentials. One is after you do a video or even a post, whatever you do, make sure you go through your comments and your likes and reach out to the people. That's going to generate, that's going to be your market. You're going to water those, those seeds. Or you can, that's going to be planting your seeds. Sorry, actually it's planting. Okay, number 2 is going to be provide valuable content, to reach out to people. Number 3 is going to be give them free content. Like you can do like a free giveaway. Like I'm not saying like products, but I'm saying more like advice or knowledge. So the more, if you have something to share for people that you feel is going to just rock their worlds, you can, share a little bit of content and then you can say, if this really, like say it's about the business, you can say, if you're really interested or if you found this valuable to you, I'm going to be doing a webinar this Wednesday to talk a little bit more about exactly how you can make this $500 bonus. It's free. So talk about something that's, give them a little bit of piece of the business. And then at the end, invite them to something that's free that's going to help explain the business more of how you can make money. Does that make sense? Okay. And then you can, number 4 is connect with quality leads and build solid relationships. So people who are, you're like, okay, they commented on my picture, but I've messaged them like 10 times and every single time I message them, they keep telling me, yeah, I want to, but I don't have money. That's not a quality lead. People who keep telling you, yeah, I want to, I'm going to Friday, and then they don't sign up. Or, yeah, I want to, but I don't have money every single time you contact them. Or they give excuses. You guys don't bother with those people. They're not good quality leads. Eventually when they're ready, and if you keep providing content that's inspiring to them, then they'll join if they want to. But a lot of times when people are doing that over and over and over again, they're going to come into this business and they're going to make excuses in this business. So I'm not saying to give up on those people and to scratch them off of your list, but don't waste your time on those people. Waste your time, or not waste, use your time on people and provide your time for people who actually want this, you guys. People that actually are going to value what you have to offer to them. And so it's not wasting your time or their time. Let's see. Okay, so those are the 4. And then the last couple things is how to be real and how to project your best. So like Julie said, I think it was our last video, when you're talking to somebody, it's nerve-wracking, especially when you see all these people popping up, but just have in your mind that you're talking to one person. Have in your mind that you are talking to your best friend or your spouse, or you have one person on your mind that you're trying to talk to. Look at the camera. So I know I said, like, I'll drive sometimes, so it's probably best not to do that. I just like to let people know also that, this is my life. I do stuff on the go and all that kind of stuff. So But the best thing is really to sit down, make sure you're looking at the camera, and be in, you're directing your conversation to that person. Look presentable. You don't have to be all dolled up, but definitely don't look like you just got out of bed. To lead others, be sure to lead yourself daily. So, if you're trying to lead somebody and you're trying to give advice on, business owners on how to, grow their business, make sure you're growing your business. Or if you are, trying to give advice on, gosh, I don't know, whatever content you're trying to give advice on, make sure that you are following that. So if you're trying to give advice on positivity and how you can inspire other people, make sure you are positive in your life and that, you're providing stuff that's inspiring you every day. Okay, last thing is how to grow your audience. Julie is really good at this. And so at the beginning of her videos, she always says, and even in the comments, she says, if you find this valuable, please share. So in the beginning of your video, make sure you introduce yourself and you say, if you guys find this, content valuable, please share this. And then say it again at the end. So make sure you tell people to share. Number 2 is tell people to subscribe to you. So we found out that if people are not your friends on Facebook, then what they will do is your videos can pop up in their newsfeed here and there. But if they are your friends, then automatically you're going to get, if there's a friend on your Facebook that you're following, you're going to get a notification when they're going live. So you want those people who who are following you, but they're not your friends, you want them to at least subscribe to you. So make sure that you say, like in your video, say, if you find this content, if you find this video about, valuable to you, please subscribe to me. That way you don't miss any of my other videos. And they just hit a little subscribe button at the top of it. So those are for people who are just following you. They're not your friends. Ask questions. So ask your audience questions. Like, you just ask them questions throughout your broadcast. If you're doing something about a skincare line, hey, how does your skincare, make your skin feel? Sometimes I've been using this soap that made my skin very dry and break out. Do you have a skincare product that does that to you? Ask questions because it's going to get more engaging, and then that people feel like you're directly talking to them. Cross promote. So, Julie, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because you're pretty good at that.
That's what I was saying earlier about, you have your hub and then you're trying to use any other platforms that you are posting on to drive traffic back to that hub. So I'll do a Periscope video, but I'll say, you can follow me on Facebook, Julie Christine Living, and then I'll post like a minute clip of my video on Instagram. And then I say, to see the rest of this video, click on the link in my profile, which takes them to my business page. So I'm trying to drive my Instagram traffic to my business page.
Yeah, definitely. So Julie's really good at that. I'm not very good at that. So you guys, if you want to see some really good videos, just follow Julie's videos. I mean, they're amazing. I just learned from her. I just write down tips from her. Recognize the behavior you want to see. So, if you're seeing all this feedback from, all this feedback from, people are giving you positive feedback and they're commenting or they're asking you questions, make sure you're recognizing that behavior. And you can even take, say you did a video and people have all these questions, take those questions that those people have and provide another video for somebody. So, and then the last thing, you guys already know this, you've heard me say it a million trillion times, be consistent. No matter what you're doing in this business, make sure you're consistent. Even if you're, only able to reach out to 3 people a day, reach out to those 3 people every day. Whatever you're doing, be consistent. And that's all I really had. I know that was probably kind of a lot. But I'll type up these notes for you guys and put them in the files. And because this information is really, really good. And it's something that when we first heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then it was kind of like one in one ear, out the other. because I'm like, there's so much information, I don't even know where to start. So I had to go back through my notes. And even if after that, I'm like, I still don't, I had to like really read through my notes several times to really know and kind of feel like to get a good grip on it. So make sure you guys like, take this. You can watch this video a couple times if you want, or read through the notes, but it's really, really good information that is just going to help you brand yourself and just help you get out of your comfort zone and help you attract more people to your business the way that we want them to be attracted to our business. We want to set off those, bad feelings about how we market, how we're spamming people, how we're an advertisement to, that. We want to separate ourselves from that, and this is going to be the way to do it.
They literally told us that if someone were to look at your profile, they should have to dig to figure out what company you're with and what you're doing.
Yeah. So you still want to make sure you're marketing our products into the business. You want to make sure that you're still doing that, but you want to do it in a way where it's not just throwing up on people. So that way people are more curious, and it's making it where, people are wanting to contact you. But, still post your before and after pictures. Just make sure the wordings that you're using is very, very, just very kind of just attracting to other people, and not advertising, not salesy, anything like that. Because, I'll say I post a lot of, like, not a lot, but when I do before and after pictures, I get loyal customers from those all the time. That's where I'm getting my loyal customers from, is my before and after pictures. Where my branding is coming from, that's where I get my distributors from. So, that's kind of how I do it. And so, but you don't want to just throw up, it works everywhere. I guess that's what we're trying to say. You want to throw up yourself everywhere. You want to, project yourself and just and then trickle in, it works. Trickle in very, nicely.
Something that I have done with some of my videos, and this is really easy for you guys to do, videos, I'm trying to target a specific product, and maybe not like directly put it in their face. Like greens, sometimes I'll just like, here's the greens. But like I did one on defining gel, basically, and all I did was I pulled up the It Works website, and I kind of talked about bullet points of what the defining gel does and some of the key ingredients in it. But my video was about, how to get rid of cellulite or something. And when I got into the product portion, I said, make sure when you're looking for a quality product that it has this, this, and this. And those were the bullet points off the website. I never said what it was, but I made sure that it pretty well described our product. And then I made a bit.ly link for it. And I said, if you need a recommendation of, one that I really like, I'm going to post it in the comments afterwards. So still in the video, I said nothing about defining gel, but I perfectly described it based on what it does. And then I provided a link for it.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, and if you aren't doing like videos, I think that's perfect for like videos. If you're not doing a video and you want to describe a product, it's best to do like a selfie with your product, or do like you using the product, or something that's going to be personal to you and not just a picture of defining gel. So make it, personal and relatable to you. You can talk about your testimonial. You don't even have to put a picture of the defining gel or even say defining gel. You can put a before and picture of your legs in the cellulite, and just say, oh my gosh, this gel that I'm using to help me get rid of my cellulite is amazing, and then name off the what Julie said, the key points to it. And then, if any of you guys are interested in this amazing thing that I just used, like, let me know, or something like that, But I think what we really want to try to get away from is just an It Works picture, like all those pictures describing the companies, they're describing the company, the black, green, and bling pictures. Stay away from those, you guys. It's so advertising. I mean, some of them are really cute, and you can do them every once in a while. But to do a post like that every single time, your Facebook page is going to look like you're promoting It Works. We are promoting ourselves, and so we want to make sure that we're just throwing in It Works here and there, but really promote yourself. So, like I said, still post before and after pictures. I think those are so huge. That's really what's going to draw your attention, or your potentials to, becoming a loyal customer. but do it in a way where you're not throwing up it works on them. So, okay, should we, anybody have like questions, or we can open it up to any, I know, like Caitlin, you had some like key points. I don't know if we covered them. Or we can, I don't know if you want to talk about them now, or.
We can, I can go right now, or what did you say the next one was on? Because I can do it for the next one too. It doesn't matter.
We're going to be talking about like more like how to talk to people, and like context, like how to talk to people and what to say, what not to say, that kind of thing. Like how to close deals, how to start a conversation with people, how to deliver the message, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, let's save it for that then, because it was just about like little things that you can send people to where they're agreeing to your information. And then another one was just basically how to share your story, especially because I know that I have a lot of new people that, you know, they're always like, how do I share my story? You know, like I don't have a story yet. What do I say? And so it's just a real quick thing to get around that.
Okay, perfect. We'll do that for next time. We can open up for some questions, or if you guys have any comments or anything like that.
Can we still, go ahead, ask your question.
Okay, so I have a lot of friends that I know that talk about their stretch marks, but I don't have any stretch marks, so I wouldn't be using the product. And you said, you know, it's better to post a picture of us using it or with it, or and I just like, I know that if I were to put it out there more, the stretch mark cream, that there would be someone that was willing to try it. And I don't know, what would I do, or how would I post something about that if I'm not really trying it?
What I would do is I would
the best thing
for somebody else. So like, you know, if you like post somebody else's like testimonial, or you can post, you know, just, you don't have to use your personal results or your personal testimonial. Use somebody else's, you know, how did this stretch mark cream affect, you know, what are the results of somebody else's stretch mark cream? You don't necessarily, and if somebody asks you, have you personally used that? You can say, no, I personally haven't, because I don't have stretch marks. However, you know, I have, you know, customers that have, and this is, you know, an amazing product I have. Here's a few testimonials of some other people who have used it. So I think somebody else was going to say something too. I don't know.
I was just going to say, I think it works really well, you know, if you have a before and after photo, or if you see it on the newsfeed somewhere, like someone else sharing a story or a cream, especially if I got it from another distributor and they say that person's name, I make it sound like they're my friend, even though I have no idea who the person is. So, and if you don't have the name, you could just be like, oh my gosh, I am so excited for my girlfriend. She just started using the stretch mark cream and she has amazing results. So people, it's more personal.
I have a corporate stretch mark cream picture
and
for it, and I'll send it to you in a message.
Okay.
You can use that picture, and then just say, hey, this is one of my sideline sisters, and this is what it did for them. And you know, the corporate approved pictures, you've passed inspection, but I do have a really good one that I use for people, because my stretch marks are way old. They're like not going anywhere.
Okay, thank you, ladies.
And I know I said, you know, do, like when you're talking about products, do like one of you with a selfie. You don't always have to do other people want to see other people using these products as well. So make sure you're not always just using you in these products. Make sure you're ask your customers, hey, do you mind sending me a testimonial? Or do you mind posting on my Facebook page about how you love these greens? Make sure you are using other people as well. That way it's not just you using these products, but you have other people and other testimonials as well. So just like what Julie said, even if you don't know the person on the before and after picture, let people like, you know, say like, this is my friend, or this is Karen. I'm so excited for her and her amazing results with this, you know, so make sure you're incorporating other people as well.
Okay.
I would just think of it too as problem solving, because last year I posted a recipe and it was from the Whole30. I've never done the Whole30, But I had a lot of people on my Facebook that were doing it, and I found this recipe that looked really good on Pinterest, and I posted it up on my Facebook, and I was like, hey, I'm not doing the whole 30, but I know a lot of you are, and I found this recipe that looks awesome. I had to share it with you guys, and like people went berserk over it.
I remember
like,
that.
Where'd you find that recipe? You know, so it's like, just think of it as like solving people's problems.
That's so smart to do that.
Okay.
I think when you posted that, I was like, oh, she is doing that. Like, I believed it. All right, does anybody else have any questions?
No, I was just still thinking that maybe for the people on here, since I'm assuming that you guys or I am one of their uplines, maybe helping them target what we think and what we see as their good quality